My name is Robin Stumbo. I am an interpretive guide here at the Bell Museum of Natural History. I'm also a student in fisheries, wildlife, and conservation biology, and I want to show off some of the amazing specimens that you can find here at the Bell Museum's collection, Cove. Fish are super fascinating. They're a super diverse group. This one, for example, is from a tiger shark. Tiger sharks are one of the larger shark species. Many people know them for being one of the species that have attacked humans, but all sharks are not out to hunt humans. These sharks actually have very unique teeth, which help them eat a wide variety of prey. So tiger sharks have been found with everything from license plates to tires in their stomach. They're able to eat a wide variety of food because of their unique teeth that have serrations for helping them slice through very hard materials such as bone. And sharks actually have continuously replacing teeth, which many people are familiar with. Like an adult white shark can go through over 20,000 teeth in their lifetime, which is very important for them as active predators. And something interesting about shark teeth is their relationship with shark skin. This is a shark skin wasabi grater. And shark skin is really interesting. It actually has a very similar structure to vertebrate teeth. So if you were to look at shark skin under a microscope, you would see all these little tooth-like projections that are called placoid scales, which is the type of scales that sharks as well as rays and skates, fish that have a cartilaginous skeleton have. And the skin is actually made out of very similar materials to our teeth. So they have enamel on the outside, or enameloid, which is very hard and strong material, so it helps give them protection. And there's also a layer of dentine on the inside, so very similar to other teeth. And we've got some shark teeth here as well. This is from one of the largest living shark species. This is from a white shark, also known as the great white. And they, again, go through over 20,000 teeth in their lifetime. They mostly eat large marine mammals such as seals. And this is a relative of the white shark, which is now extinct. This is a fossilized megalodon tooth. You can tell it's fossilized because it gets this dark black color, which happens in the process of fossilization. And megalodons ate probably similar prey to white sharks, except larger. So large marine mammals like whales. And with climate change, their prey availability kind of decreased, which is why they went extinct. So megalodon are not living anymore, but they were a super cool and very interesting shark. Here we have a skate. So skates are relatives of sharks, and you can see that they look pretty different. They've been flattened, kind of like a pancake. And an interesting thing we can also see is their mouth is on the bottom side of their body. So on their belly, here you can also see their gill openings. So just like other fish, sharks, skates, and rays breathe using gills, and they have their gill slits on the bottom here. Skates and rays tend to be sediment feeders, so they will swim along the bottom of the floor and try and pick up any food that's hiding under the surface. A really cool thing that sharks, skates, and rays have are called ampullae of Lorenzini, which is a very kind of long term, but those are actually able to sense electric impulses, so they kind of can pick up all the little electricity that's put off by living things, and that helps them find their prey. So it's kind of like a super sense. They're super cool. These are very cool too. So the group of cartilaginous fish is called chondrichthyes. Chondro is cartilage, ichthy means fish, because they have a cartilaginous skeleton. So cartilage is what makes up our ears and our nose. Humans have cartilage as well, but in cartilaginous fish, their entire skeleton is made out of cartilage. One really cool thing about this group is the wide variety of reproductive strategies they have. Some people might have heard of sand tiger sharks, which actually eat their siblings when they're developing in the womb, which is a very extreme method of reproduction. But skates actually will lay eggs. So these are sometimes called mermaid's purses. They will wash up on the beaches, and people have found them and thought that they look like the purse of a mermaid, which is how they get that name. But they will actually wrap their eggs around pieces of kelp or attach them to the substrate in some way to keep them in place. And then the little baby skates will develop inside that egg. There's cartilaginous fish, which have a cartilaginous skeleton, and there are also bony fish, which us humans are included as bony fish. One interesting thing is the different types of scales they can have. So all cartilaginous fish have placoid scales. Within bony fish, we see a range of scale types. These are called cycloid scales because they kind of have a round circle shape. They are one of the most common scale types. They're seen in most bony fish. And this is from a fish called a tarpon, which is a very well-known game fish. They can be found in saltwater as well as more brackish and freshwater. They can live in a wide range of habitats. And something really cool about tarpon is they are actually able to breathe air. So some fish actually have lungs, which they can use to breathe air when they need to, as well as using their gills. And on some scales, you can actually count the age of the fish by looking at the rings, similar like you would do on a tree ring, which is very cool. This is the jaw of a freshwater drum. Freshwater drums are one of the most widely distributed species in North America. They can range all the way down as far south as Guatemala. And they are mostly eating very hard things such as bivalve mussels or small invertebrates. And they have these flat molar-like teeth for crushing those, which is very cool. You can see all the little teeth. And they're called drums because the males can actually vibrate muscles near their swim bladder, which I will have to pull out here. This is not from a freshwater drum, but this is called a swim bladder, which actually came from lungs, we believe. So some fish had evolved lungs to breathe air, and then those lungs turn into swim bladders. And swim bladders are used so fish can stay floating in the water. Otherwise, they would just sink and not be able to move around very effectively. And swim bladders can also be used to produce sound. So some fish are able to vibrate muscles near their swim bladder and communicate through sound. Sound is actually very important underwater. A lot of fish have different ways of producing sound. Some fish have even been able to produce sound so loud that they've set off underwater mines that were designed to detect like the sound of enemy ships. So that's kind of crazy to think about.